What to do, YouTube? It is that time of week again, and we are just coming off of a terrible loss. It's all good. We are in the second quarter of the NFL season. Just like all the Miami Dolphins players are saying in their interviews, we're just going to sit back and wipe the slate clean, and let's just keep it moving. But before we get into the preview part, I just want to sit back and cover. Got a lot of news going on this week. I mean, a lot of news. Like, injuries have just been snowballing recently. Literally been snowballing. Let's go ahead and get started with this old Jordan Phillips. Ended up getting released from the Miami Dolphins. To be honest with you, Jordan Phillips really didn't come off the screen to me. Like Devon Godchild, Vincent Taylor, and Akeem Spence, they looked a little bit more productive than Jordan Phillips. They're saying that Jordan Phillips got in an argument with the coach on the sideline. Honestly, I don't think that has a play. Well, I think that does play a big part. He wasn't happy as far as his snaps and playing time. But one of his biggest issues coming out of Oklahoma was the fact that he was not given 110% as far as effort. So perhaps that didn't have nothing to do with what happened for his release. But hey, I wish him the best of luck. I end up liking his tweet on Twitter too. I do tweet now. I do tweet. But yeah, I honestly thought Devon Godchild and Vincent Taylor and Akeem Spence, they played way better than Jordan Phillips as far as in the first quarter of the season. So I'm not going to say he's not going to be missed, but as far as what Adam Gase has said over the past couple of weeks, considering how we ended up losing quite a few defensive linemen, I'm not going to say I'm okay with the move, but I'm just going to say I'm neutral about the move. I'm going to say I'm neutral because I was liking that defensive tackle rotation. You can never have too many defensive linemen, like I always say. You can never have too many defensive linemen. So let's just see what we end up doing as far as the rush defense. Now, Kilgore is going to end up being out for the season. Our center, Daniel Kilgore, didn't exactly play well over the past couple of weeks. Let's see what this boy Travis Swanson is going to end up doing for us. End up coming over from the Jets. I know everybody's not exactly happy about Travis Swanson considering how he ended up muffing a snap. We ended up turning the ball over to the England Patriots last week, but I think a full week of practice, Travis Swanson could do somewhat of a decent job. And I'm going to be totally honest with you, the whole offensive line as a whole didn't play well. Looking back at some of the videos as far as that game against the Patriots, none of the offensive linemen played well. But honestly, if you're looking across the board, we're basically right back at square one as far as our offensive linemen until I see something different. When you look at it, basically there's no star on that offensive line anymore. I thought us bringing in Josh Sitton, Daniel Kilgore will have a little bit more consistency. Our top dog free agents on the offensive line are out for the season. So basically we just sit back with our regulars. Ted Larson, to be honest, we need to replace him. And more us making that trade to Dallas for Devontae Parker, because I'm not happy with Devontae Parker yet. That trade is still looking good in my part. They need a receiver. They talk about signing back Dez. Hey, we give up Devontae Parker for a guard. We'll take a guard for Devontae Parker. We're good with that. I'm good with that. Just to bring that one back up there. But yeah, that whole interior offensive line is just not looking good and steady right now. Ted Larson, like I said, not playing well. Let's see what Travis Swanson can do with a full week of practice, but I'm not sold on it yet. Jesse Davis was all right, but he ain't the best. Jawan James, he got a little bit banged up last week too. And I'm not going to say Laremy Tunsil's bad, but you know what? I will say this. Laremy Tunsil has been playing. He's been playing okay. It's not enough for me to sit back and say you're playing bad, but he's been playing okay. Well, I'm okay with it as far as him protecting that blind side of Ryan Tannehill. But as far as in the secondary, Bobby McCain's gonna be out with a knee injury too for a while. Like looking at McIntyre, I don't want to see that dude out on the outside. I'm just not sold on them little corners playing on the outside anymore, especially against the Bengals. I'm pushing for Tankersley. Hopefully he can go in there. He can make some noise. Minka Fitzpatrick may end up seeing some love on the outside. Time will tell. We'll see on Sunday what ends up happening. But like I said, it's a brand new quarter. We're still sitting at the top of the AFC East. Tonight we got the New England Patriots and Colts. Hopefully the Colts can push out that dub and we can, do our thing on Sunday against the Cincinnati Bengals. But getting into the preview part. Offensively, like I said, the offensive line has to prove themselves. Literally, you look at that Cincinnati Bengals front four. You got Michael Johnson. You have Carl Lawson. You have Geno Atkins. You have Carlos Dunlap. Like, them boys ain't no joke. So with that being said, we had to establish our dominance on the offensive line. So whoever's checking Geno Atkins, I'm going to be watching that. That's going to be very, very important. And that's Travis Swanson. Yeah, that's Travis Swanson's job. So he going to have his hands full. And that's going to be the deciding factor of basically how our season's going to go as far as our off-roll. It's going to decide how our season's going to go. Because once them offensive linemen start dropping like flies like that, hey, we're going to start thinking about next year, to be honest with you. Not to sound negative, but that's just how it's been over the past 5 or 6 seasons for the Miami Dolphins. Y'all remember that year when we started off? I think we was like undefeated. We ended up beating the Patriots week 1. And then as soon as Brandon Albert got hurt, and then Jawan James got hurt, and we started plugging in a whole bunch of different offensive linemen, we was looking bad. Like, literally, we was looking bad because we could not protect Ryan Tannehill. It was not looking too good. But, yeah, the offensive line has to prove themselves. We need to get back to running the football. I know Frank Gore has been getting an increased amount of carries. Kenyon Drake is sitting back on the back burner, but we got to establish this running game. This team will not be successful without a running game. We need that. Ryan Tannehill needs that. I do not want to see him getting hit all the time. Like, that's something I do not want to see. I'm getting tired of seeing it. We need to get that running game going. Most importantly, Ryan Tannehill has to have a bounce back week. He literally has to have a bounce back week. He needs to get a couple early completions to sit back and to prove to us as fans that he's straight, because he got fucked up last week. Literally got fucked up. Got pulled in the third quarter. That's how fucked up he got. Fuck Brock Osweiler. He can get hit all he wants. I don't care about him. But as far as that goes, defensively, Rashad Jones is back in the lineup. Hopefully he can clean up some of them nasty things I was seeing last week. But all around, as far as against Tom Brady, I thought that the defense played well. I thought they played well against Tom Brady without our best player. But yeah, Rashad Jones is going to be back. Most importantly, the X factor on the Cincinnati Bengals is AJ Green. I'm still thinking about that night when we ended up playing them Thursday night 2 years ago. AJ Green lit our asses up. It was when Tony Lippett was still kind of like had 2 left feet, but that's going to be Xavier Howard's true test right there. AJ Green. I want him to check him the whole game, because to be honest with you, McIntyre, I don't see it. Tankersley, he been struggling. I don't see it. But really, Xavier Howard, I want him to check AJ all game long. And then Tyler Boyd, he ain't no joke either. So with that being said, Tankersley or McIntyre, that's y'all gonna have to prove it to me. They literally gonna have to prove it to me. But defense, like all around, man. Final score, I got the Dolphins 31-27. Yep, 31-27, because Cincinnati Bengals haven't scored nothing under 30 points. I think they're gonna continue on scoring over 30 points. We're gonna have to be able to put up points against them. We can't have no more slow starts like we've been having. That seems like it to be a trend like every week. We cannot continue to have slow starts. Again, apologies about the Madden display. We still having issues with the CPU. I'm thinking about actually going out and getting me a new computer, because this shit is getting ridiculous. I'm really getting tired of this. But let me know what you guys think. You know what it is. If you enjoyed the content, please don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. This is GreatOne DeVore. I'm up out of here.